On December 6, 2022, I decided to finally watch RRR.
What is going on to all my movie fans out there, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elliot and this is Movie Files. We are finally talking RRR, Rise, Rage, Revolt, the epic action drama directed by S.S. Rajamouli and stars N.T. Rama Rao Jr., Ram Charan, and follows two real-life Indian revolutionaries and their fictional friendship and their fight against the British. I have been requested to watch this film. I got a story behind how I finally saw it, and I'm so excited to tell you all what I thought about this film, all in this spoiler-free review. But before we get into it, if you all haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. That way you all can stay up to date with all my daily content. You can also give your boy a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All those links can be found in the description of this very video. Which, speaking of this video, if you all enjoyed my review of RRR, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. Make sure you're sharing the review. But more importantly, let's talk about this film in the comments. Have you seen it? And if so, let's talk about everything. Characters, direction, cinematography, score, the choreographed fights, the dance sequences, the friendship, the bromance, and everything in between in the comments below. So just a quick story before we get into my thoughts here. I know I'm late to the party, but I finally arrived, right? The film came out in March early this year, and throughout the year, every now and then in a random review, I could be reviewing Marvel, DC, an independent film, doing a live stream. Hey, have you seen RRR? Hey, E, can you watch RRR and share your thoughts with us? And I plan on seeing it. And if you all don't know, I'm part of the Critics Association where I'm at here in Missouri. And it was part of the For Your Consideration, part of the DVDs and all the emails we got. And I said, you know what? Christmas is coming early today, because as of today, as I'm recording this on a Wednesday, I was supposed to see Avatar 2 Way of the Water on Tuesday, but the screening had got canceled and rescheduled. So I said, you know what? This is the time. I need to carve out. I had 3 hours planned, endurance planned to watch Avatar, but I'm going to fill that slot in with RRR, and here we are discussing it. Oh man, I'm excited. Let's talk about the director here. Like I had mentioned, S.S. Rajamouli. He did something that lit a fire under me. That's the power of imagination. And more importantly, the power of friendship and love. I'm being 100% honest with you all. His direction in this film was incredible. His action scenes were jaw-dropping. The dance numbers were stunning. But the heart that the film carries is truly what made this such an enjoyable film to watch. The care, the dedication, the commitment to the filmmaking was very apparent when I was watching this film, and just the scope and the scale of this huge blockbuster. I'm telling y'all, man, I was just so impressed by what he did behind that camera. And based on this experience, I will definitely be seeking out more of his films. And please put in the comments recommendations on what films I should be watching of his, where they can be found. And listen, DC, Marvel, any American studios, if you want to bring my man SS here to do a DC project, a Marvel project, it's like a one-off, and show us Americans how it's done. I am so impressed by his direction. And like I said, put some recommendations for me to watch, where I can watch his movies, because I am just a huge fan of what he did behind the camera. But pivoting over to these performances and focusing on these two leads, who I will forever be a fan of these characters. I love these characters. I'm talking about the two main guys, Rama, Raja, and Beam. First off, both their introductions are truly legendary. When we meet Ram fighting through a sea of people versus Beam attempting to catch a tiger, truly next level, and shows you how badass these characters are in their very own right, and just sets the tone and the mood for the audience awaiting for them to finally meet. Now, Ram is kind of like a Batman, Bruce Wayne, mixed with a Wolverine, meets the Terminator. This man had the determination like I've never seen on any film or any character before. Seeing his story unfold as a policeman working with the British and being considered a traitor to his own people, and especially when we get to see the incredibly beautiful and emotional backstory that gives you so much understanding of his motives, which brings me over to talking about Beam, who's like the Hulk meets Kraven the Hunter meets a force of nature, but is truly one of the kindest people in the whole entire film. When you see his story and his tribe and his people and his mission to save this this little girl. And again, you meet him and you see this unmovable person, but when he has to hide that side of him and you get to see more of his tender side, his kind side. And honestly, both actors have incredible range because again, when you meet these characters, they are badass to the bone. They're both like what happens when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone would have been in their prime if they would have been in the film. This is what you get, these two peak level athletes and just at the peak of their endurance and just their capabilities. And when you see them having to kind of come together in the friendship, which we'll talk about here in a second, it's just like the range of these actors were absolutely fantastic. But getting back into the discussion, I mentioned it briefly, but easily the best bromance I've ever seen on film. These two characters meet and become friends. It felt so satisfying and charming and kind. I loved every single second of it, and I loved when they have to kind of put their friendship aside and have to collide, because that's what the film is kind of building up to. When you talk about building suspense and building tension and just storytelling, man, this film is just like clicking on all levels. I also wanted to talk about their performances and what I got from the characters first, because when it comes to the action in this movie, without caring and understanding these characters, the action's just there. It's great to see, don't get me wrong, but what makes the action so different, so unique, so amazing is I absolutely, truly cared for these characters. Now, talking about that action, this film manages to up the ante every single sequence and make you believe there's no way they can do a bigger, better, bolder, more unique scene from the previous one. And then they said, no, go ahead, hold my beer. I'm going to show you what we can do with these creative people. And again, the imagination in these sequences were absolutely jaw-dropping. Seriously, incredible, amazing cinematic moments, amazing choreography, and just so damn cool to see on screen. Seriously, I felt like I was watching Dragon Ball Z meets Batman versus Superman. Once again, meeting Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger in their prime. It is just that damn good when you see these two characters going against each other, with each other. The action is just like, I'm telling y'all, I haven't felt this way about an action film since probably the first two Raids, because I heard about the Raid and I knew that it was something I was going to probably like, but when I saw it, I was just absolutely, it blew the doors off. It exceeded my expectations, and the same thing happens with this film. Now, the story, I'm going to tell y'all right now, so engaging. This film is 3 hours and 10 minutes, 3 hours and 9 minutes, and in my opinion, I was locked in from the beginning. Now, I watched this at home. Keep in mind, it's a 3-hour movie. Normally, when I'm watching a 3-hour movie or if I'm binging a series, there's the occasional checking your phone, checking your email, getting something to eat, going to the bathroom, and a 3-hour film becomes a 4-hour film because you take so many breaks. Not with this movie. I was locked in from beginning to the end. And I can't stress enough how much heart and emotion this film gives you that I was just so impressed with. And one more thing I have to talk about. The dance sequences were fire. They were incredible. I loved them. They were so charming. The dance moves were incredible. And the score, and the cinematography, and the soundtrack. I've already downloaded the soundtrack because it just takes me to those incredible scenes. I'm telling y'all, the production, the writing, the film is incredible. But I gotta get to my cons. This film isn't perfect, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't have that many criticisms to say. I truly loved every second of this film, but I'll be more serious. Sure, there's the campiness of the film, the cheesiness. Yes, you have to suspend your disbelief at points because both of these men were on some super soldier serum at points and seemed to be doing anything. They were like superheroes. But I didn't care because I believe they can fight a tiger. I believe they can take on an army because they have the power of love on their side. But no, seriously, their motives made me feel that they could do these impossible things. That's how rich of a story you get, especially going back to Ram. And you see his origin and his backstory with his father and load, aim, shoot. I can't wait to rewatch this damn film. Yes, there's the occasional nitpicks of some things may have been cut out to shorten the runtime. We could have gotten more backstory with Beam and his whole training like we got with Ram. And of course, Forrest Gump has told me never trust a girl named Jenny. But no, seriously, there's a couple nitpicks here and there. But honestly, guys, I love this film. But hey, before I give you my score and my overall thoughts, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Overall, RRR, this film lived up to the hype and exceeded my expectations in every way possible. The story of perseverance, fight for your rights, fight for your freedom, fight for your loved ones was so beautiful to see, as well as the impeccable direction, production, performances, the action, the dance sequences, the score, the cinematography. This film has heart, it has soul, and man, I just loved it. RRR may not be perfect, but damn, it was perfect action for me. I haven't felt this way for an action film in such a long time. I'm going to give RRR damn near a perfect score, 5 out of 5, but I'm going to give it a 4.8 out of 5, and I wouldn't be surprised on a revisit. It's going to probably go up to a perfect score. Do not be surprised if this film lands very high on my top 10 films of this year. Go watch RRR. Don't be like me. Don't wait till forever to see it. I know people have talked about it and raved about it, but now you can hear from me. Yes, it is that damn good, and you should watch it. Listen, man, I am on a 10 with this film right now. I want to talk about it more. So listen, depending on the engagement on this video, we might do a damn watch along in the future. We might have like a spoiler discussion just talking about all 3 hours of this greatness. But let me know in the comments if you've seen it, what you thought about it. I did read an article that there may be a sequel in the works. I know the director said he didn't want to do a sequel, but you know, after the success and the good buzz of this film, we might get a sequel, y'all. But if we don't, I'm okay with this one. But again, let me know in the comments your pros, your cons, favorite moments, your thoughts on the friendship, your thoughts on a sequel. Would you want to see more, and everything in between? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you for watching this review. Just a friendly reminder before you all leave, make sure to like, make sure to share, make sure to comment your thoughts in the comment section. And of course, if you haven't already, come and join the community by subscribing. You see that button right here, click it to join the community. Check out my other reviews for this year, check out my most recent review, and we'll catch you all on the next breakdown.